Hi students, Dr. Loh here. In this video, we will look into visualize versus the visualize all tab. It's actually the continuation from the previous video. Later, we will look into how to load the public data into WEKA software. There is another tab, visualize, above. So we can see there is a range of plot metrics according to all the 36 attributes. For example, let's click any of this. So this is in terms of dotted plots. Pull the jitter to the end, it shows the entire distribution of the instances. The x-axis shows the date, the y-axis shows the classes. We can actually see the class by color itself. And you can also interchange the x-axis and the y-axis. In the next part, I will show how to load files from the public database. For example, public database available from the internet. One of the common public database for data mining analysis is the UCI machine learning. Now we go to the datasets of the UCI machine learning repository. View all datasets. There are altogether 497 datasets available here. So we will pick one of it. Let's look at the balance scale data. Go to the data folder and open up the balance scale data. So it will be automatically loaded. However, this is in the form of text file. If you could not see this, you may need to right-click and open with text file. So the sequence of the dataset is arranged from left to right. Now we will save this file on the desktop. Okay, the file is already on the desktop in the form of text file. However, we note that WEKA could not read text files, so we need to import the file into Excel form. So we'll open the Excel file, go to data, import from text. We need to go back to the desktop to look for the file we saved, balance scale. So import. This is in the form of columns, by columns and by rows. So it's exactly the same dataset but already arranged in the form of columns and rows. So the dataset has been loaded. So we have column 1 to column 5. but there should be names for these columns. These are supposed to be attributes. So we go back to the data file. From the repository, look into balance scale names. Check for the information. This is actually balance scale weight and distance database, and the information is available there. The source of the data, the donor, and the date when the file is uploaded. Scroll down, we will see the attribute information. There are 5 attributes there, starting from class name, left weight until the final classes. So we will replace these names into the columns. So we will retype or just copy paste into the column header. Fourth column is the right weight. And the final column, right distance. Now we need to save this file into the format readable by WEKA. So save as. Again, we will put this on the desktop. Go to CSV format. WEKA can read CSV file format. So it is comma delimited format, or some Excel file version it is written as comma separated value. Now the file appears on the desktop in the form of CSV format. We can open with WEKA by pulling the file onto the WEKA icon. Now the file data has been loaded onto WEKA software. So notice that we have 5 attributes, 625 instances. But there is something odd with the first attribute name. There are some funny symbols, so we can edit the name of the first attribute. Rename attribute. So remove the symbols. Click OK. So the name of the attribute has been replaced. Go back to edit. Now we can see that these are the data scale type in nominal form, in numeric forms, and so on. By default, WEKA takes the right distance as the class attribute because it is the final column in the Excel file. So what we need to do is to right-click at the class name, set the attribute as class instead, because the class name is supposed to be the class of the dataset. And now the final column has been replaced by class name. So there are altogether 3 classes, B, R, and L, represented by 3 colors. We can visualize for the bar charts the distribution by attributes. And there is another tab, Visualize, at the top. So click at the Visualize, we will see the plot matrix. So clicking at any of the plot matrix, we will find the dot plots. So the classes are represented by 3 colors. So we can pull the jitter to find all the instances distribution. The x-axis is the left weight, and the y-axis is the class name. We can change the x-axis into left distance, into right distance, and so on according to the attributes of the dataset. So this is to view the distribution of the data classes according to attributes in the form of dot plots. So there are 3 colors by default. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.